Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl Brown. In today's video I am going to show you how to do this gorgeous green smoky eye. I have a new product that I tried out. I absolutely love it. So if you want to know how to do this eye look, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I have already prepped my eye using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and now what I'm going to do is take the dark green colour in the Carnival palette. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape out my crease with a dark green colour, and the one I'm using is Envy from the Be Perfect Cosmetics Stacey & Marie Carnival palette. So I'm just going to go ahead and start tapping that in. I'm not picking up a load of pigment at once. I'm going very slow, just making sure I'm getting the right shape, because you can always add more product later. So I'm kind of just stamping that in. Not really doing any blending at the moment, just stamping the shade into the crease. And I'm going slightly above my crease because I have very slightly hooded eyes. So going above my crease just makes my eye look a little bit bigger. So again, just the stamping motion, just to deepen up that colour. And I'm just going to tap slightly into the black from the James Charles palette with the same green Envy from the Be Perfect palette. And just going over that just to darken it up just the tiniest bit. Okay, so now I've basically got an outline of where I want the shape to be. Now what I'm going to do is start adding colour. So I'm going to take my Zoeva Lux Smoky Shader Brush, which is the 234 brush. I really like this for buffing in colour into the darkest colour. So I'm going to take the light green colour from the James Charles palette, and I'm just going to start buffing that into the outer part of my crease. Guys, if you hear shouting outside, I'm very sorry. I don't know what my neighbours are up to tonight. I'm just really light-handedly blending that green into the darker green, just to lighten up that edge a bit more, just so it's not so blocky. Now we're losing a bit of the darker green pigment, but don't worry, because you can go back in and just deepen it up a little bit more. We're really just wanting to get the edges blended at the moment. So at first I'm just really lightly wiggling the colour in, and then I'm slightly blending it into the darker green. I'm really excited about this look because I'm using two new pigments that I've never used before, and I actually love them. So I'm going to talk a little bit about them when I'm actually using them. So that's that colour kind of blended into the green. Probably the best that I can do at the moment. So now I'm going to go back in with the dark green colour and just tap that back in just so we don't lose as much pigment. Okay, so now with the same 234 brush from Zoeva, I'm going to go in with the yellow shade from James Charles palette, and I'm going to just mix the light green and the yellow together. Just super light-handed. For a look like this, I definitely recommend taking your time with it. The blending is absolute key, and it just makes it all look so much better when it's finished if it's all blended nicely. And I actually find using a blending brush for this is too big. Because this is quite thin, I find it really easy to blend all the colours together without looking like a hot mess. So I'm really enjoying this brush for that. I am queen absolute queen of using brushes for the wrong thing. I just find my own way of using them and I go with it. So this is a Look Smoky shader brush, but I like to use it for blending. I feel like for this kind of look, a blending brush is just too thick and it doesn't keep the pigment as well. If you have more of a packed brush like this, the blending's nicer and you've still got that full pigment as well. So I just find this easier, but again it's personal preference really. Every makeup artist is different. So yeah, just do you. Whatever you feel good with, you use that. So I'm just blending this up a little bit higher. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the lighter green colour. Now this is all about layers really, layering. So I'm going to go back in with that green colour and just mix that into the yellow again, just to make sure everything's blended really nicely. And back in with the darker green colour, so I'm just going to go in, is it Lux or Lux? I never know how to pronounce that. I'm going to go back in with Envy and just deepen up that colour again, just layering it, making sure that it's all blended nicely. And for the final time, I'm just going to go into the lighter green from the James Charles palette and blend that darker green. If you lose a bit of that darker colour, again, don't panic, you can always go back in and just deepen that up a little bit more. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to cut the crease. This is my favourite thing to do with makeup. If I had to pick one eye look to do for the rest of my career, it would 1000% be the cut crease, or at least the half cut crease. I think it's so flattering on anyone's eye. It's so nice, I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on the back of my hand. And I'm using the Detail Shader brush from Zoeva, the 237. And I'm just going to cut my crease. And I like to do this really light-handedly. Okay, so now I have cut my crease. I'm going to go ahead and start packing on some colour. So I'm going to use the same 234 brush and just start bringing the gradient in a little bit. So I'm going to start off with the darker colour from the Be Perfect palette, Envy, and just tap that on the outer corner. Mix a little bit of black into that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a lighter green. So I'm taking the dark green from the James Charles palette and I'm just going to blend that into the darkest colour that I used. Now I'm going to go for the really light green colour in the James Charles palette and just start tapping that on. I'm not going to move it around too much, I'm just going to do this stamping motion again. Because if you try and move it around, it's just going to start flaking and not look very nice. So I'm going to just start tapping that on really lightly. And just take the colour in between the darkest and the lightest and just kind of blend that out. So now I've done that, it's time for the pigment. So the pigment on my eye is Peaches and Cream, Mermaze and Peaches and Cream Rattlesnake, and I've mixed the two together. So Mermaze is a white glitter with a kind of blue reflect to it, really pretty. And Rattlesnake, it's kind of like a gold reflex, but it has a bit of pink, a bit of red, a bit of green, kind of mixture, really pretty. So I've mixed the two together. So I'm just going to take my Barry M glitter fixer and just tap that on my eye where I want the glitter to stick. And I'm just going to take some of the glitter and just start tapping that on. Again, just a stamping motion, just tapping that in. It's such a pretty colour together. They're beautiful on their own, but together, wow. So now that's done, I'm going to grab the darkest colour again with the black mixed in, and I'm just going to start working that into the glitter just so it's blended out a bit nicer. Okay, so now I'm going to go for liner, and I'm going to do a gel liner using my 317 wing liner brush from Zoeva. Now I want this to be quite a thick wing, so I'm going to start from the outer corner and just pull it straight in to my inner corner. And just kind of tap that on. So now I've done that, I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette and take the black colour and just dab that on top of the black eyeliner just so it's set and it doesn't budge anywhere. Now I'm going to take the brush that I used at the very start, the 230 brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to go into the black and take the tiniest amount of that green colour and just start blending that in to the eyeliner, just so it's all blended nicely. Okay, so now I'm just going to jump off camera, do my face makeup and come back up 2 seconds. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added lashes and finished off my eye off camera. I basically just done the same thing I did on top. I really like the way this turned out. The pigment's so nice, mixed together, it's just so pretty. The lashes I've used are TL Mitchell. I'll leave the link in the description box, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have a little surprise. The new addition to the family. Guys, look! Say hiya. Say hiya. Say hiya. He's my little baby. His name is Joey, and we literally got him tonight a few hours ago, and he's settled in very well, haven't you? He's a mummy's boy. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!